Y'all, I have to make sure you can see me. I gotta make sure you can see me. I feel like I don't know if you can see me. I hope you can. Oh gosh, I hope you can. Anyway, you guys, welcome back to Misty's Pleasures of Life and Southern Home Cooking. I hope y'all are doing well and staying blessed. And if you have any kind of health issues, I hope you begin to feel better. I know how that feels. Y'all, Super Bowl is Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to watch it because my team isn't there. I'm a Ravens fan. So I might, I don't know. But this is a Super Bowl layered casserole. It's a Super Bowl layered chili casserole, actually. It's very quick and very easy to put together. I'm telling y'all, you're going to love it. And I'm telling you, it is just great to sit there and have while you watch that Super Bowl. So let's get started.
Come to Misty's Pleasures of Life, where joy and laughter dance in the air. Adventures await, come join the strife. With open hearts we gather and share. At Misty's table, love's the main dish. Southern flavors, every bite's a wish. So come on in, let the stories unfold in this warm.
All right, you guys, I hope I have this right. So my plate is hot. This is our Super Bowl 6-layer chili casserole. I'm telling you guys, y'all's man ain't gonna get up for nothing with this. They'll be like, honey, can you give me some more of that? Now you could even do like green onions on the top. It is so good. So good. You could do sour cream and salsa on the top. But remember, you want to get your crispy crowns really, really crunchy. Y'all. Oh, this is a winner for sure. Okay, y'all, I'm just going to mix my Jiffy cornbread mix right up in my Dutch oven because it's sitting there and I know I've got to use it anyway. So if my dogs don't stop. So I'm going to go ahead and whip up the Jiffy Mix. Now, I do my Jiffy Mix a little bit different. I don't go by the box directions. So it says you only use, I think they say no. Maybe they do egg and milk. I'll have to look. But I do egg and buttermilk in mine. And then I do add a little bit of the garlic powder in mine too. So that's the only differences I do. So I do buttermilk in place of milk. And then I add some garlic powder to my mix. All right, so I'm going to whip that up real quick. I was just reading this, y'all, and they just started putting this on the box where they're on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest, and they've been making products since 1930. That's interesting. is my spaniel, y'all, and I'm telling you, she is just crazy. All right, y'all. I want to let my daughter know I don't want to ever get to that point. I hope it never happens again. Where I still have some trouble breathing, but nowhere. Y'all, I went through it, man. That's why they got to do the endoscopy again to see what's going on. If y'all watch my previous video where me and her did a chat, you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't talk about it much. But anyway, now we're going to take our Jiffy Mix and put in the bottom of our 9x13 pan. And you know that's got a little hole right there.
Hole?
Yeah, where it popped for some reason. I don't know why. And then you can rinse this out for me real quick. Oh, that's
Okay, it's heavy.
Yeah, it's cast iron. It's heavy. All right, go on. Now we're going to bake this at 375 until it's done. And then we'll go forward with layering it. Now right here, we're going to take our crispy crowns, and we're not going to use the whole bag because that would be craziness. But we are going to use half the bag of crispy crowns. And we want them to get, I could put them in my air fryer, but I don't feel like dirtying up my air fryer. So we're going to go ahead and put these in the oven for them to get nice and toasty. And we want them to get very crunchy because they're part of the layer of this Super Bowl chili casserole, y'all. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put them on the pan. I lied. It is going to take the whole bag. I thought there was more in this bag. I don't know what I was thinking, y'all. You don't get that bang for your buck anymore. So you want to just make sure it's an even layer on your sheet pan. So that guarantees that each one can get nice and crisp. I'm telling you all, they have started packaging less food. I'm telling you. Y'all, somebody tell me if you've noticed it. Like, there's not the same amount of food in the bags anymore. Because back in the day, you weren't able to take a whole bag of Krispy Kremes like this and do this on one sheet pan. You were not. All right, you guys, we're going to take some olive oil and put in the bottom of our pan here. And we only want a little. Okay, just a little. I'm going to let that heat up just a minute. I'm not going to take that same mistake. Because, see, that's what I was doing before when this cracked right here. So we're going to put that around 3, and we're going to saute the onion. I'm going to go ahead and just drop it in there. So the pan knows, or the Dutch oven knows, there's something in there. And it's not just sitting on heat. I'm going to drop that onion all in there. This is one whole small yellow onion. And I'm going to let that saute. And then I'll add the minced garlic. All right, y'all. Now we're going to add our 1 pound of ground beef to our onions and garlic. I think that's more along the lines about 1.25 pounds of ground beef. Now you can use your meat mallet if you want to, but I just use my hand to crumble it up. And then I'll just use my spatula here to finish crumbling it. And if you all have been watching me for a while, you know I always use the napkin technique to remove any excess fat, and then, not all of it because you need some, and then I add my seasonings. It depends on the recipe. Let me back up. It depends on what it is that you're actually making. Yeah, there's so many women that I watch on YouTube that I just love to watch. If you've not seen Trying to Be Frugal, or rather, I think that's her handle. No, her channel name is Trying to Be Frugal. Trying to Be Frugal. That's Kathleen. She is so nice, so sweet, and has such good content. So original. There's so many of them. Missy Cooking on a Budget is really good. I really like her. In fact, I've been watching her for quite some time. Southern Backwoods Living.
For the last time, no famous people. Susan over. So if you took a photo on one of our drive-through cams, you could be our big game ad.
I also like to watch Us and Our Bunch. She's fairly new to YouTube. She hasn't been here for all that long. Y'all go check out at Us and Our Bunch. She is so sweet. She is just such a sweetheart.
Hi, Matt here.
All right, now we're going to add our beans to this. I love the Bush brand, and you don't want to drain these. These are chili beans. They're pinto beans, and I get them mild. So you want 2 cans.
So I want to encourage you today, look up, not look down, and see how you can be motivated and inspired by just
All right, y'all, as you can see, our cornbread is nice and golden. So we are going to take a rotel with the diced tomatoes and green chilies and pour all over the top. All right. Now we're going to take slices of cream cheese and we're going to just lay right on the top here.
Start. I will never let go of you. Tried and true. Oh, I'll never let go of you. Tried and true. Tried and true.
Now we're going to take our chili mixture, which is our beans and ground beef, and we're going to pour that all over the top. I don't know how well y'all saw that because it's very hard for me to hold that. So we're just going to spread it out here. Golly, y'all, I didn't know this was going to make this big. Well, I mean, if you're having a football party, Super Bowl party, it's perfect. I don't know, men would knock this out of the park. It wouldn't last very long, y'all. Now you want to push this down. Because your crispy crowns are going to go on the top here. And then your cheese. All right, now we're going to start laying our crispy crowns on the top of this. They're nice and crunchy. And I can only do a little bit at a time because they just came out of the oven. So they are hot. And this certainly is not a meal if you were on a diet. But who's going to be on a diet at the Super Bowl? And the reason you want those really nice and crispy like that is because, you know, they're going to go back in the oven and bake, and you don't want them to get soggy. Now, when it comes to leftovers, you know, it's okay. It's okay if they've gotten a little bit soggy. It ain't going to hurt the flavor or anything. But for your Super Bowl party, you want them to be nice and perfect. Now we're going to put our final reigning ingredient on here, y'all. And you're probably thinking this is like a heart attack meal. Remember, this is a Super Bowl party. You might be just walking by and getting a spoonful. It could be for 20 people. It is still very, very good. And remember, I drained all the fat out of that ground beef.
Don't hold it back. Just watch me as I go. I'm breaking these chains. call our waiting goal, and we will never grow.
Booga, ask Melissa if she wants some of this Super Bowl casserole. Booga! Booga!
What?
Ask Melissa if she wants some Super Bowl casserole. Well, you hadn't even asked her, so how do you know? Oh my God, I didn't know I was still filming. That will be edited out. Look at that Super Bowl madness. That is going to be so, so good. All right, y'all. I'll show you what it looks like on a plate. And I will try to remember either my daughter or me will do the taste testing. But there's going to come a point in time where we're going to sit at the table and chat and eat. Aren't we, brother?
Yeah.
So y'all, get ready for the taste test.
I'm in my zone, can't fail. Got my mindset on grade, like I am home, no doubt. Time to raise it too loud. I'm gonna lie.